So this is a bit of FIFA 16 for us. Haven't played this for a while actually, so it's nice to get back into it. I did miss the NRL games, well the first two anyway. I don't know, it was just Good Friday and I just didn't think to get on it, so I guess I'll just go through them now. While I'm here though, I'll go through last week's games as well, and if anyone knows what I went last week, it was an absolute shocker. I think I got like 2 out of 8 or something ridiculous like that. And yeah, that was not something I want to bring up, but anyway, we will. So I got the first game, which was the Cowboys, who absolutely flogged Roosters 40-0. Cowboys look like they're big contenders this year, which is good. Whereas the Roosters, they're absolutely appalling. You could say they're the worst team in the comp at the moment. And the Cowboys at home just absolutely trashed them. The other game was the Bulldogs against Para. And I didn't expect Para to win this game, to be honest. But they did come away with the win at the end, and that does make them a bit more of a threat than I thought. I might have to start tipping them in more games, which I didn't think would be the case. They have surprised me this year, which is good. I think the Bulldogs just didn't turn up, and I'm sure they will. Well, they did actually do better yesterday. The first game on the Saturday, we actually got a draw, and actually I'll get started in this game, where I'm playing some FIFA 16 career mode, and it's an international break, so we're playing with Australia in an Asian qualifier, which is good. Trying to get to Rio? No, not Rio. Russia. But yeah, on Saturday, Newcastle played Canberra. It was a pretty one-sided game in the first half. Raiders absolutely got out to a big lead and then choked in the second half and let Newcastle back into it. And then that's it. They bloody got to Golden Point and they decided that we can't kick field goals, and it ended up being a draw, which is sort of what happened in the second game, except Penrith actually had some decent field goal kickers. Brisbane got out to a big lead in the first half and just fell asleep. It's the first time I've ever seen them fall asleep in defence. Gold Coast, actually while we're there, Penrith, the bloke on debut kicked a good field goal. That'll help him out a bit. I think it was the new halfback. Gold Coast got a win against the Tigers. Didn't think that, but Gold Coast have also shocked me a bit. They're actually not too bad. They're inside the top 8 now. West Tigers won't be happy with that loss though. Warriors, big upset here. Well, for me anyway, but Storm playing very well, and the Warriors will really need to win this week if they're any chance. The Dragons won in a slug, and yeah, Sam Burgess was a big injury that cost them this week. And the last game was Manly against the Sharks, who put in a pretty good performance. It was pretty close at one stage, but Manly too much class in the end. I'll have it. Claim in. Yeah, so that was last week. I got 2 out of 8, so I'm not doing very good, but so far, hit that. Ooh. So far I've got the first 2 games. The second game I don't think I've talked about this week was an absolute thriller. It was the Broncos and the Cowboys. Grand final rematch, and it certainly lived up to it. Broncos once again got out to a 10-0 lead, but being the Cowboys and who they are, they come back and they absolutely tie up the game with the best second half performance I've ever seen. They're probably the better team, to be honest, in the end. A few calls that some fans might think Cowboys got a bit robbed on, like the forward pass in extra time where Felt went over to score. touch and go, that one. Also the Thurston try in extra time. They believe he knocked it on. But yeah, clutch from Milford to get the field goal from 40 odd metres. That's what we can say about the match. And yeah, that was an absolute thriller. This could be the grand final again, which would be fantastic for the game. Let's try it. Yeah, out to me. Oh, I don't want it there. Alright, let's see if we can get this out wide. Yeah, make a run, son. Here we go. Oh. Never mind. But yeah, next up is a 4:30 game today, so in a couple of hours we have the Raiders and the Gold Coast. Down at Raiders rather. And despite Gold Coast, despite Gold Coast win last week against the Tigers, I don't think that they can beat the Raiders, especially down in Canberra. I keep saying up. Not that it matters. Yeah. Oh, what a ball. Go on, son.
He can cross it from here.
What are you going to do?
It's a chance. Useful cross there.
Too small to win those headers. It's a pretty boring game so far in this. Australia versus India. Much happening. Not getting on the ball as much as I'd like. But we'll get our chances. So back to the NRL. Raiders should be too good for Gold Coast down in Canberra. So that's who I've tipped. Canberra still yet to be defeated, and Gold Coast probably don't have the team to beat them, although they have been shocking a few people this year. They are in the top 8 currently. So if the Gold Coast can pull off a victory this week, they might stamp their authority on the competition as at least a top 8 contender. We've had hit that. Oh, I've just wasted 2 great chances there. Never mind. Next up is the Roosters and Manly at Allianz Stadium. So Roosters have a home game, and it's really hard to tip the Roosters after last week's performance, you would think. I said to myself, I'm not tipping them again until they get a win. Manly, on the other hand, didn't really play that well against the Sharks on Monday, but they think they've shown enough to prove that they're got some sort of form back. Cherry Evans tried hard last week, and I guess we'll see if they can pull off a victory against probably the worst team in the comp at the moment. Definitely points wise. So it is Manly for me this week. Brett Stewart back again, so that's a big in for them. Let's see what we can do with this. Oh, I'm on the wrong side now. Yep. Oh, too late now. Oh, it's going to work. So I can bring this. Oh, terrible touch. It's a Villa touch right there. Yes, I'm allowed to make fun of Villa. That's my team. Okay, here we go. Oh, turn around. No, never mind. Alright. Next game is the Dragons and Penrith up at down in Wynn Stadium in Sydney. Oh, yeah, go on. Yes. And scores a goal in front of the home faithful. Onto the camera he goes. So this Dragons game, it's a bit of a tricky one. I know a lot of people have gone Dragons and they are the favourites, but I still think they might be a bit tired from that slog on Sunday as well. I know they get an extra couple of days to rest, but I don't know, I just think Penrith aren't playing that bad. They got a win against Broncos last week. They'll be full of confidence, and I'm going the upset in this game. I'm going to go Penrith. Dugan has been playing that well yet, so I'm still waiting for him to light up, fantasy-wise and tipping-wise, actually. But at the moment, I think Penrith look the better team, despite the bookies' odds. So I'm going the roughy this week in Penrith. Hopefully we get a result on that one too. I'm not really very good at tipping the upset. Especially the last couple of years, there's been a few favourites getting up. So, take him on. And we'll burn this bloke off. Oh, took it too far. I'm just challenging for the ball. Alright, there we go. So yeah, Penrith for me. We've got 3 games on Monday, which is absolutely crazy. But that's what the Easter festive period does for us. And first up is quite an easy one, probably the shortest price favourite of the week. And that would be the Warriors playing Newcastle. And I said last week Newcastle probably won't win, but they did get a draw. But the Warriors, with the team they got, if they can't beat the Knights this week, then it'd be hard to see them even making top 8, to be honest.
The first half comes to an end with the game following the script that most predicted, the better team in front.
Yeah, as expected, I'm afraid. It's all been a bit too routine here, hasn't it? And I think I can see more goals coming here.
So half-time, 1-0 in this Asian qualifier match against India. I got the goal, which is good. Check some of these stats out. Yeah, been all over them. Possession still 50-50, but all the chances they've had one shot off target. Hard to see them getting back into this game if that's the result. We shall see in the second half as they bring on... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that actually. Sorry, I probably sound really bad at the moment. I've got a cold and a bit of a cough, so sorry about that. Oh yeah, like I said, Newcastle, if they somehow win this, Warriors are done already. But I can't see that happening, especially over at Mount Smart Stadium. So 2 more games left and a bit of time left on there, so I might just take a break from NRL at the moment. Now this career mode I've started to I haven't played it for quite a while actually, but just the other day I clicked it on and I got a... Here we go. Oh! Wow, should have taken that closer. Yeah, I got a call from Napoli to come play over there. I did want to stay in the Premier League with Villa for a bit, but obviously Villa didn't want me and Napoli were paying 10 times the amount of money for me, so I really didn't have a choice. So I've gone to Napoli in the pre-season, so I'll be playing for them now until another decent Premier League side offers me something, and I'll probably go back there.
You're not alone, Clive, but I tell you what, it's a very tight old game out there.
Oh, bad call for pass there. Sometimes I do this few just to get myself in position like that. Oh, with the terrible pass touch again. To track back for that and makes up for it and wins the ball. I think I'll take this space here on the wing. Bring it out to this bloke. Oh, what a ball. Finish, son. Oh, this keeper's been very good, keeping the game close. Oh, with the arm save. Bring him short and then back for this bloke. Really need to put a second one on here to take that wind out of their sail. But they are hanging on, which is kudos to them. Alrighty, 30 minutes to go in the match. Suppose we're going to have a look at our next game, and it will be the West Tigers up against Parramatta. And after the Tigers' performance last week, I can't really tip them again, to be honest. Parramatta are going pretty good, to be honest. beaten the Cowboys. They beat Bulldogs last week, which I didn't tip. So you'd have to go Para. They are the favourites according to the bookies, which is understandable. West Tigers are at home, but I just can't see them beating Para unless that Tedesco fella decides to turn up. They got some good halves, so it'll be interesting to see how they go, but for me, Parramatta's the form team in this game. So we've gone through a bulk of subs here. Alright, corner's in. Oh, it's too close to the keeper, mate. Alright, what are you doing? What are you doing with it? Okay. Oh, yeah, I'll have it here if you want. This is good. Possession football here, and oh, the finish again was not good enough. It's come to me. I wasn't even ready for it. What a ball from him. Don't know who that ball came from, but that was an absolute stunner, and I wasn't ready for it. The coach will not be happy. We continue not to put this game away. It might cost us if India get a one sneaky goal here. Really need to get that second. We come through the ball again. Oh, the ball is all with us. We have about 80% possession in the second half here. Just can't get that final second goal. Yeah, oh, yes. And there it is. Good finish. Moves away from the pack, and I get my second. And that is game over. With the boys in the camera. There we go. The crowd is turned up. 93 here. Moved into the space, and oh, tell you what, got closer than I needed to. But I made sure it went in, and that is 2-0. Suppose we'll preview our last game now, and that is the Sharks and Melbourne. And this one is a bit of a confusing one as well, because the bookies have put the Sharks as favourite, and at home they are very good, as we saw against the Dragons in round 2 or 3, one of those. Ran out 40 or so point winners. Ugh, so weak that. Yes. Alright, give me the hat trick. And there it is. He is absolutely putting on a show for the fans tonight. Knocks down the post. There they go, off the screen. Yeah, so Sharks are favourites. But I think, looking at the teams and how they're playing, I'm going to go the upset again. I'm going to go Melbourne Storm this week. Can't really tip against them. I did last week and it cost me against the Warriors. So probably knowing this week I'll tip them and they lose. But anyway, you can't really tip against Storm this week, despite it being at Sharks' home ground. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. But for me, it's Melbourne at the moment. So that is the rest of round 4. So hopefully I go better than I did last week. I'm already tied with it, 2 out of 2, so I only need one more game technically. Oh, that's their first chance, really.
Can he deliver a good one?
See if we can keep this clean sheet. Yeah, look at that, 8 saves to 2. And straight to the keeper's hands. A very poor corner, that. The 9.8 rating, which is fantastic. Haven't had one of those for a while. So we can keep this out of them. Oh, they're getting a few chances at the end here. The teams decide to slacken off. Not happy with that. We are a ruthless team. What are we doing at the back there? Oh. Yes, play me. Chance for an assist here if we can rip this one in. Oh. Wee. He's got some power in that. He's just gone wide though.
That was a good hit, Clive. A
I'm
relieved
just
man
about cooked
between
as
the
well
sticks
with
there.
my sprint. So not too long left now. See if I can't get off. Oh, I'm offside.
They've gone offside.
Poor,
Yes, he has.
poor run that. I tried to do a bit of a U-run, but I got caught up in one of the defenders, and then by the time he passed it, I was still offside.
It's 3 minutes. Might have a
3 minutes of
chance.
stoppage time. Oh, they've got another chance. They could have easily tied this game up in the last 5 minutes if it wasn't for our keeper. Very good shot that. Alrighty. Probably the last kick of the game, just
You've got to make
about.
more corner kicks than that.
And straight to the keeper again. They've had some very poor corner attempts. Oh, he's won it, and I'm away. I have no sprint. Oh, that's a foul, sir. And the ref says he's got the ball.
This is the
And
man
that
who
will
made
do
the
it.
difference here, the man of the match. Inevitably, such a talent.
Here he is, the man of the match with his hat-trick. Lovely stuff, that. And really cements his spot in the international side after that one. 3-0 victory in our Asian qualifier. That will do it for the video too. Thank you very much. Good luck with your tips this week.